How to learn English as fast as possible. 3 ways. There are really only 3 factors. The first one is time. The reason why children typically learn faster than adults is because they have more time to invest in their language learning because they are in school and they are developing. But as you all know, for children, when they are learning in school, they typically only learn passively and they are not learning actively. So I would argue that adults are faster learners than children. It's just that they typically don't have the time. So focus on how much volume you can actually spend each week on developing your skills in the language. It's really important to think whether you want to invest 1 hour per week or 2 hours per week or 5 or 7 or 10. What is realistic for you? And of course, the more volume you invest, the more time you spend, the quicker you're going to develop. So it's the exact same if you join the gym, you go 1 time per week. Most people wouldn't even consider 1 time per week. They feel like their muscles aren't going to grow. So they will typically go 3 times a week as a minimum, and then they are going to get a compound effect of muscle development. So the volume and the frequency, that's the number 1 factor that you need to consider if you want to learn English as fast as possible. The second one is the strategies, okay? So do you spend more time on reading, or should you focus more time on listening? Should you focus more time on speaking? Which one? How do you divide your time? So as most learners know, in the beginning, if you learned from school, you will focus on reading and writing, and then typically your listening and speaking skills develop much later because you are not focusing on it. So I would recommend definitely focusing on listening and speaking first, and then adding in reading and writing last, because as you know, when you join the workplace, it's more important to be able to listen and to speak. And I think for most people, they would agree that it's more fun and more enjoyable when you can speak and listen in the language. You get to enjoy the culture and immerse yourself a bit more. The third one is, this one's really important, upgrading your strategies as you progress and evolve in the language. So what do I mean by that? It means that when you learn in your first year and your second year, you're not going to learn the same way in your third year and your fourth year, because you need to upgrade and adapt your learning strategy. You need to do things that are more hard. You need to challenge yourself so that your ability to speak and listen in the language is getting better, because you're exposing yourself to harder content, not just passively, but actively. So when you do that, you're going to reach a high level, and with time and with consistency, you are going to learn English as fast as possible.